How many necks is too many on a guitar? 3, 5, or 6? Hey everyone, and welcome back. This week we've got a more regular consignment update. We had the special consignment update last week featuring the Crisscross collection. So if you're into the 80s, into Ultravox, go and have a look at that video. You will find it on our channel, and do subscribe to our channel if you want to keep up to date with these videos. You'll always be notified, and of course if you do like this video, I'll let you decide at the end. Hit the like button and hit the bell button as well to make sure you get notified with all the future video uploads. But let's have a look at what we've got coming up for our December sale taking place from the 3rd to the 6th. So first up we have this 2014 60th anniversary Fender Stratocaster, and it's in mint condition with its tags, never been played, purchased new by the vendor and just kept away. But as you'll see, we've got the original tweed case with the 60th anniversary logo, all the tags, accessory kit, and we've even got the original shipping box. So it really is box fresh, even though it is now a 10-year-old guitar. So get the finest example. And in here, very fine acoustic guitar from Auden, 2019 this is from. It's the 45mm model, and good condition, Indian rosewood back and sides. It's got this very sort of well, it's not going to be unique, is it? But it's yeah, a good pickup system with lots of control in there. But original case, good condition, hardly looks like it's been used. So in here we have a Hagstrom. So this is a reissue of a 60s model. So artist best known for using this specific model and spec was Elvis Presley. So this is a 67 reissue Hagstrom Viking in fine condition with that artist association, hence the reason they most likely reissued it with its original case. And here we have a Rivolta. This is a Combinata model. I think these are great, come in at good price too, sort of mid-hundreds you're looking hammer price on these. So Dennis Fano design, of course Novo guitars, and yeah, I think they're just a cool look. P90 pickups, just decent quality guitar with its original gig bag. Again, Rivolta, this is the Mondata model, so with the 3 pickups and the Bigsby. Again, Dennis Fano design of Novo guitars, and just another good quality guitar. Hammer price will come in the mid-hundreds as per the last one, and with its original gig bag. And in here, Ibanez guitar, got quite a few good quality Ibanez guitars coming up. So this is from the premium range. This is the Kiko Loureiro model, guitarist with Megadeth. I guess that's his biggest claim to fame, other projects as well, but this is from 2017. This is the Kiko 10P, and yeah, involved with Megadeth, as we say. Who do you prefer, Megadeth or Metallica? I'll keep my opinion to myself, but I'll be with the masses, that's for sure. So yeah, decent quality, good condition, from the same collection as the Rivoltas. So this collector's guitars are always in fine condition, and with its original case, toolkit, papers, the works. So another fine Ibanez. This is the AZ2203 model. There we go. And this is from the Prestige range. And let's have a look at the serial number 2023 this is from. So another only 1 year old, this guitar, Seymour Duncan pickups. It's basically the Ibanez's take on the Strat. So good quality roasted maple neck, chunkier frets, really nice flat action. I really like these actually. If I had to choose between a Fender and an Ibanez for comfort and playability, I'd probably go for this. Not necessarily styling, although I do like them, but yeah, certainly for playability as an instrument, a fine guitar, and probably come in at less money than an American standard Fender, so a very good buy for someone. So here we have a Phantom Guitar Works Phantom 6-string. So Phantom Guitar Works, basically they reissued all the original Vox guitars, and very good quality. And I think essentially what you're getting is a copy of the Vox Phantom range, but with modern craftsmanship, so a lot more playable, I guess you could say. But decent guitar with its original gig bag. And another mid-budget guitar, this time a Guild X175. I love the satin gold finish on this one. So this is from the Newark Street collection. So very, very good quality. Korean made, I believe these are. Yes, they are. There we go, just glancing at the label. With Guild's trem system, very much like a Bigsby, isn't it? But very good quality guitar. And again, hammer price wise, these can come in at anywhere between £350 and £500, so a very, very good buy for someone, especially when you compare it to the new cost, and this really is in fine condition. So if you were watching our last video, you would have seen we had 3 Guild Brian May guitars. So here we have another Brian May Red Special copy. If you have a look there, kids. So these were made by Hiroshi, Kido, and Japanese luthier who basically makes copies of, I guess, famous guitars. We do have another one in the auction of, it's a copy of the Rocky Stratocaster, George Harrison's Rocky. We'll have a look at that in a later video. But this one is, yeah, in great condition. It's a really good weight. It's a fine copy, made in Japan. Very, very rare as well. It's really difficult to get them over here. Most of the time to find them, you have to import them. And yeah, if you want to know more about Hiroshi, Kido, you can go and use the old Google engine. Other search engines are available. So here we have another, what I'd call box fresh guitar. So these were made in 2015, going by the serial number, and these were made in collaboration, Fender and Transport for London. So they had a special event on at the Transport for London Museum, Covent Garden, I believe it's based, and these guitars were produced in limited numbers. I believe it was around 100, but do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I'm sure there's some of you who know more about these than I do. But they were made as a limited run, and this is in fine condition, comes with its gig bag, with its tags, with its original shipping box, never been played. And yeah, if you're into the whole London Underground map, which it really is an iconic map, ingrained in, I guess, British culture and history, then there we go. So this is a bit of a time machine example. We have the original box, the original papers, all the original packaging. This was actually purchased from us, but in 2017, being sold again by the seller, a long-standing customer of ours. Good fun. What a great thing to put under the Christmas tree for someone. Sorry for mentioning that word in, what are we, October? But yeah, next sale will be just before Christmas. So there you go. Bit of fun for under the Christmas tree. If you like single pickup guitars, here is an Esquire. So this is a custom build, and some of you who are fans of Syd Barrett will know this is a copy of his Esquire guitar. So made with mainly Fender, but other parts as well, sort of with the silver discs. There we go, Fender Esquire Syd Barrett replica guitar. And here we have a 1980 Ibanez Artist AR100. I guess this is from this artist range. This is, I guess, the standard model, so there's no sort of switching or anything, just the standard volume and tone controls. Always with the Damasio pickups, a good high output. Dings, marks, blemishes, but what do you expect for a guitar that's obviously been used, that is now 44 years old? There we go, with a Gibson gig bag. So on first glance, looks like a Gibson Chet Atkins, but it is not. It is by Chris Eccleshall, a very well regarded maker from the UK, no longer with us sadly, but made some great guitars for many famous names as well. And this is his take on the Chet Atkins. So this is by his designation, his SST model. I believe he did make more than one, but it's in good condition, and a fairly rare thing, and a bit of British guitar making history. Now we have a lot of very, very good acoustic guitars in the sale, and this is probably one of the best. And by the brand Yamaha, many would possibly disregard it, but this is from their it's basically a custom shop quality guitar, LS56, and it really is incredible craftsmanship. And these are ludicrously expensive new. Shame is out of tune. Can't give you a little example, but there we go. Original case in fine condition, and you really cannot go far wrong with one of these. In here we have a Gibson ES-175, and this is from, let's quickly check the serial number, 2007, natural finish, blonde finish, with its original case, in very good condition. And these usually hammer at the 1800 to 2200 mark, and yeah, very good quality, fine condition, Gibson ES-175 original case. And if you want a slash guitar on a budget, here is a Epiphone slash Les Paul Vermillion burst, and these come in usually at sort of $350 to $450, so you can get a slash signature at less than Gibson prices. So in here we have another Epiphone, and this time we have a Joe Bonamassa model. There we go, and this actually has a replaced pick guard, and the reason is the original guard is autographed by Mr. Bonamassa. There we go, it is starting to rub a little bit, hence why it was swapped out. But there is the ticket stub, Blackpool Opera House, 15th of October 2011, which is where the pick guard was signed. So a Joe Bonamassa signature model, signed or autographed, gold top. So earlier in the year we had the Ian Benson collection, which did very well indeed, and someone who's very associated within that world is Alan Murphy. Now the reason being, he was Kate Bush's guitarist, probably more so than Ian Benson was, so worked very closely with Kate Bush, and of course collaborations with Go West as well. So a very fine player, and this was his guitar. So this is a Roger Giffin Strat type electric guitar, and we have an email confirming from Roger Giffin that this guitar was made for him. So very rare to actually find Alan Murphy owned guitars coming onto the market. You can see there it's got Alan Murphy's own serial number, AM 1954, which I'm pretty sure was the year he was born. And what have we got here? Well, we've got these two humbuckers and the two single coils, and we've got the Kahler trem with the normal trem and the palm trem, and then here we've got a 5-way switch, and then these are rotary knobs as well. So we've got the one volume, and then all of these tone rotary knobs to alter the pickup configuration. So very advanced guitar really, with this sort of a walnut or mocha finished body, bird's eye maple neck, quite a small neck, really sort of I guess a thin nut as well, with the locking nut to go with the Kahler system and the bird's eye maple board as well. So very high quality guitar. Roger Giffin guitars are collectible, especially his earlier examples, and this one with the Alan Murphy artist provenance. So I'm sure this one will do very well indeed. So in here, in this bass guitar case, we have a Fender Telecaster thin line. There we go, so crafted in Japan, so very good quality indeed. This is a 72 reissue, natural finish body, pearl guard. We've got the wide range Fender pickups, maple neck, maple board of course, So very much 72 reissue with the big Telecaster thin line logo, and a really nice weight as well, as a lot of these thin lines are, to be honest. But there we go, a good quality Japanese made reissue Fender guitar. So you've probably already seen from previous videos, we have a lot of Tokai guitars in this cell, and this is something a bit different. It's not your standard Gold Star sound or breezy sound. This is a super edition. So this is, I guess, more catering towards the speed play or heavier end of the market. So again, made in Japan, this one, from around 1984. As you can tell from the decal style. We're actually missing one of the locking tuner locks there, unfortunately, the clamps. But this one, double humbucker. It's got the sort of I guess more contemporary trem system, and standard sort of three-way switch with the tone and volume controls as well, in this highly quilted brown top. So in here we have a 2006 Fender American Deluxe Stratocaster HSS spec. So we've got the S1 switching there for further tonal varieties. The sort of typical deluxe roller nut, locking tuners, all the deluxe features. There we go, with its Fender case. And in here, again, mid-range budget. Now I call mid-range budget, I guess, the 300 to 500 level. Sort of on the more affordable scale, I guess. This is a 2014 G5442T model in good condition with its original case. And in the Gibson gig bag, we have a Gibson. So here we have a 2014, as we can see, that's the 120th year. This isn't necessarily a 120th anniversary guitar. Pretty much all guitars from this year featured that inlay to the 12th fret. So this is the Melody Maker Les Paul. So very much in the Les Paul special stylings with the two soap bar pickups there. You've got this very sort of, I guess, thinner body, so more like a Melody Maker, thinner body with the chamfer on the back there. And yeah, good condition with this satin yellow, TV yellow finish. Good guitar, good condition. PRS guitar, 2008 513 model. Fantastic condition with the sort of tobacco type sunburst maple top. With the 513, the typical pickups with the multi-switching. There we go, good condition with the original case. So in here we have a really nice Gibson custom shop, or Gibson Memphis. This is a 61 reissue ES330 from 2019. Lovely condition with its case, with its papers, in that lovely cherry finish. So in here we have another Gibson custom shop, and this is from 1997, when I get all the latches. There we go, look at that. Stunning guitar. So this is a Gibson Les Paul Custom. So the custom shop Les Paul Custom Florentine. So you've got the single cutaway as most Les Pauls, but the difference of this one is it's got the hollow body with the F-holes. There we go. And this is, so it's very much like Noel Gallagher's, although he had his Sparkle one. But this is a few serial numbers away as well, or certainly the serial number is close to. So a rare guitar, comes with some paperwork, also comes with its original pickups as it is currently fitted with the Seymour Duncan 59 model humbucker and the distortion humbucker. So again, another fine Gibson guitar with, I guess, what some would say is a pickup upgrade, but you do have the originals if you want to switch it back. So in here is another very modern guitar. This is from 2023, and it is a Travis Bean. So Travis Bean reissue. This is the TB1000A. So we've got the aluminium neck, so very stable neck and very comfortable to play. A little bit cold to start with, but can warm them up. There we go. And just classic Travis Bean stylings with this silver burst finish. So this is a rare Fender. Only 50 of these were made. So this is a Telecaster Deluxe reissue, the 70s reissue. So an American made one, not Japanese or Mexican as you normally see, with the natural finish. Some nice checking starting to happen on the finish there, but these were a custom order for Yamaha Music in Japan. They used to go over to the factory and or the factories in America, both Gibson and Fender, and handpick or custom order guitars. And this is one of those. So only 50 made, the Fender Telecaster Deluxe, really nice lightweight guitar, unlike the originals that could be quite heavy. But there we go, great guitar. So this is a really interesting guitar. Local as well, made in Wiltshire. This is a Felix Acoustolektric. Now this, I guess, it almost throws the Tonewood debate out. It's a great sounding guitar, and it's got a hardwood back. You can see the sort of chipboard here, hardboard back and sides, reclaimed mahogany top. So I think this was made sort of saving a old knackered wardrobe, and you can see the interesting neck design as well.
It's actually really comfy.
So really it is really comfortable to play, but you can see this ply, and he basically uses recycled materials, all these offcuts to make these guitars, and it really does sound good, really comfortable to play, nice lightweight. It's got the tone port there as well, the acoustic sound hole port on the side, and yeah, really interesting guitar, a lot of fun to play, and they don't even cost a lot of money new. So even in the auction, a few £100 and you can get a bit of fun. So here we have a custom build guitar, another local luthier. I don't really like saying the word amateur luthier because the quality of his work's very good, and amateur almost makes him sound that it wouldn't be that good, but I guess professional quality, but by an amateur workshop builder. So got this limber body and neck, really nice figuring in it, and then we've got this burl poplar top. We've got these Mojo pickups, ebony board, but really good quality guitar. Graham Firth, his name, as I said, based near Bristol, and got quite a good reputation in the area, even built for some of the local shops. There's a music shop in Clifton that he built a few guitars for, and they sold very well, especially during the pandemic when in the days where shops were struggling to get other stock in. But yeah, very well made guitars. Does get sort of quite a few custom orders, although he is stopping making, so grab your chance to pick up one of his phenomenal guitars. So in here we have a modern Zemaitis. What's this, a year old, couple of years old? There we go, 2022, made in Japan, and I'll get the exact model for you for those that are interested. This is the MFG AC24, so metal fronted, and of course this is the Japanese Zemaitis, not the early Zemaitis. So the Zemaitis name used with the family's blessing. I've had some very nice original Zemaitis guitars over the years. This is in great condition with its original case. In this very homemade wooden case, we have a very nice guitar. So this is an Epiphone Emperor, and this is a Japanese made one. So early 80s, 1983 this one's from, tobacco burst finish. So before production started going out into Korea and then subsequently China, they were made, or Epiphone guitars were made in Japan for a while. So very good Japanese quality instrument, and now becoming very collectible. How many necks is too many on a guitar? 3, 5, or 6? There we go, some very rare guitars from Hutchins, Gary Hutchins. The model I am holding in front of me here, this metallic red guitar, this is known as the Beast, I think for obvious reasons. So we've got a 6-string guitar, we've got a 7-string guitar, a 4-string bass, 5-string bass, and a 12-string and a Kahler fitted 6-string. So quite a lot going on there. And this guitar that I'm holding, again this red one, this exact guitar was displayed in the V&A Museum many years ago as part of a big guitar exhibition they had, a British guitar exhibition. So Got a bit of provenance as well, but these are all from one collector who collected multi-neck guitars, and these are some Hutchins examples. I think the last Hutchins Beast that we sold made well over £2,000, so quite collectible. Bit of wall art, perfect for, well, Rick Nielsen. He was one famous user of multi-neck guitars, not necessarily a Hutchins, but there we go. And Mr. Bailey as well, Bill Bailey. He actually did use a Hutchins multi-neck guitar as a stage prop. When I say stage prop, as an actual instrument that he used. So yeah, get your back braces ready and get your 6-neck Beast. So another decent Ibanez Prestige series. This is the S5470. So it's got the S-style body, always very slender or thin bodies with the comfortable contouring, and a very good guitar indeed. Nice fast neck, HSH spec, and the Floyd trem. In here, nice Rickenbacker, small-bodied Rickenbacker from 1995. This is the 325 model, but the V63, so it's the reissue of the 63, as made famous by John Lennon. Nice small-bodied Rickenbacker, and again, a desirable guitar these days. Comes with its original case. Those that regularly follow us or subscribe, you will have seen in the last auction, and we featured in a video, some Tom Anderson Guitar Works guitars. So this is a hollow drop top model. Very, very good guitars indeed, US made, with the figured maple top with the amber or yellow, I guess, finish. Looks more yellow to me, but there we go. And we got the HSH pickups with the normal Anderson switching. And quite an interesting feature on this guitar, if you have a look at the neck, we sort of go down from the normal profiling and it turns into sort of this hex shaping to fit into the pocket with the 2 bolts, so a very secure fit. Not much movement can be made there, so I guess very, very well engineered, precision engineering. There we go, interesting feature that you don't see elsewhere. So in here, something a bit different. We have a Schecter Diamond Series Fastback model, Seymour Duncan pickups, but good quality Schecter guitar. This one made in China, don't let that put you off. 2009, and just a different take on the telly. So here's a 1997 Fender Tex Mex Stratocaster. So of course Mexican made in this candy apple red finish. And we have a upgraded pickup. We've got the Fender lace sensor in the bridge position, but these Tex Mex Strats are very well regarded. And yeah, good quality guitar, good condition with a decent pickup upgrade. From the 80s, we have a Fender contemporary telly. So if you want a Telecaster on steroids maybe, bit higher output, a bit more heavier rock looking, then here we have the contemporary Telecaster, and it has a Kahler trem, the triple pickup switching, and the locking nut. There we go, a bit different. Here another Mexican Fender for you. This is from the Deluxe series. This is a Nashville Power Telecaster, and we have the typical Nashville pickup system here, but we also have this piezo bridge. So it's a powered by Fishman, Fender Fishman power bridge, and with the controls that work the whole thing. Got the battery pack there. But an interesting guitar from 2006, this will be from, in very good condition. So in here we have another American Deluxe Stratocaster. This one doesn't actually have its original case, but there we go. Again, HSS spec like the last American Deluxe that we featured in this video. So we've got the S1 switching. This time we got the black finish with the gold guard. So in good condition, 2003. Fender American Deluxe HSS Stratocaster. So we have a Fender Japanese guitar here, and one that is going to split opinions, I'm sure. I think more people don't like Antigua than do. I really like it myself. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. But rarely seen guitar, There we go, big 70s headstock, so 70s reissue in the Antigua finish, couple of dings on it, but otherwise in good condition, and of course crafted in Japan, very good 90s Japan quality. And here we have a Blue Flower Telecaster, so again reissue guitar, and crafted in Japan, so a 90s reissue, so 70s reissue Blue Flower Telecaster. There's a few dings to the paintwork, but otherwise in very good condition indeed. I think these guitars are very, very good. Again, Mexican Deluxe Series, but this is the Fender Powerhouse Stratocaster. So you've got the battery compartment there. 2002 this one, the Powerhouse Stratocaster. Fantastic guitars for the money, they really are. Those of you who are looking at the last catalogue for our September auction and you missed out on the gold Paisley James Burton Telecaster, we have another one. So here we go, James Burton Telecaster, as I said, gold Paisley, generally in very good condition apart from a bit of tarnishing on the hardware, but there we go, original case, great condition. Previously, lots of Tokai guitars, very good Japanese Fender copies. Well, here we have something similar, but with a difference. So this one by Greco, the Spacey Sounds. There we go, with this sort of Sen Ash natural finish body from 1980. So this is designated the SE500, as you can see from the back. Comes with its original case, and yeah, just a good original example. Nice lightweight, and a very, very good option for an alternative to a Fender. I think more G&L guitars than ever in this auction. Lost count of how many we've got, but this is a 2004 G&L Legacy, so US built guitar in fantastic condition with the cherry sunburst finish. Now, those of you who don't know about G&L guitars, they are basically Leo Fender's company, sort of when he, after Fender went and did Music Man, and then G&L, which was George and Leo, of course, George Fullerton and Leo Fender. So very much in the traditional Fender styling, but with the, I guess, his upgrade appointments, a few differences like the bridges, slightly different design, but generally they are that idea, aren't they? Typical Fender type guitar. So from 2005, this G&L, this is the ASAT Classic, and again, cherry sunburst finish. So this is the Telly style this time, Leo Fender's company. And yeah, another great Telly type guitar, and you'll see lots more G&Ls being featured in this video, or the coming consignment update video, should I say. Gary Levinson, the Blade brand, again, very good guitars, very good copies of Strats and Tellys. This is the Delta standard model in this candy apple red finish. We have quite a few Blade guitars in this auction, and again, all very good, and they have their unique electronic system, which is very much adjustable through this little panel here. Great guitars. I think these guitars are fantastic for the money. Fretking guitars by Trev Wilkinson. So a lot of high-end manufacturers use Trev Wilkinson's designs and his, or certainly his hardware. And this is a guitar designed by him with all of his hardware on. So this is the Super S model. And just really, really good appointments. And these tend to come in at between £200–300 hammer. So nothing really for such a good quality guitar. So you got all the Wilkinson hardware, like I said. You got the Nashville type pickup arrangements with the Triple S pickups, and then this is quite an interesting feature, sort of a sideways switch. So very very accessible. I guess some people who pick like that might not like it, but I think you were quite a fan, weren't you, Chris? Yeah. Yeah, works quite well. Bit different. So in here we have another Schecter Diamond series, but this time we have the PT model. This is the PT Elite. Now the PT comes from Pete Townshend, so it's not necessarily a signature model, but they just carried on the initials following Pete Townshend having some guitars made from Schecter parts. back in the day when that was something that could happen. I know Chandler's used to do it, sort of import Schecter parts from the US and put guitars together for people. So there we go, that is a Schecter Diamond Series PT Elite. So another G&L guitar. This will be the last one of this video. We'll see some more in the next one. From 2005, this is the ASAT Z3 model. So we've got these offset pickups, sort of give a more unique, or certainly a different sound from the usual straight up angled pickups. There we go, locking Spurzl tuners, two-tone sunburst finished body, hardtail, telly-type guitar. Really is a good guitar again from G&L, Leo Fender's later company. And I think we'll finish the video today on a vintage piece. Don't think we've had any other vintage examples, certainly not this old. But here we have a 1961 Gibson ES-345 semi-hollow body guitar. So this is a player's grade example. We saw the 335 that we have, that we featured in the video before last. There we go. So we can see, I'll just run through everything, or certainly the basics. I might miss a few minor things, but we've got the cherry finish body. The finish does generally look to be the original paintwork. We've got the sort of typical lacquer checking here. So the body does appear okay. Now we've got the original knobs. The very shallow dish. You can usually tell with these knobs because they do have this shallow dish on them. The top ring is not that pronounced, so that is one good feature to look for. We got the Bakelite switch here, the rotary switch that gives you all the stereo and tonal options. Of course, you do need to use a stereo jack with these unless you bypass the choke inside. This one is still in stereo. As you can see, we've got the original stop bar, we've got the original bridge, we've got the original guard. It's got all the correct roller marks on underneath that you can see from when they were machined out. And of course, short guard is correct for this period as opposed to the earlier long guard. And we do, quite importantly, we have the original patent applied for pickups. So generally this guitar in terms of hardware and electrics is all okay. To be honest with you, it's not far from being original, but it does have a few things that we will get to in a minute. So strap buttons replaced, a very minor thing. I'm sure you can go and pick up some original Gibson ones from somewhere if you must. But I guess the big thing with this guitar is we have a refinished neck. Now the reason why is because there is a neck repair here. It's very, very difficult to see. But what you tend to find with these 61s in particular is they slimmed down. They had a very, very slim neck, and the truss rod isn't actually placed far from the, I guess, the wood. There's not much depth of wood behind. So a very, very common thing, even with a light bang, you could get the truss rod banging and piercing through the wood and splinting it. So you do tend to find, if you are looking at an early 60s Gibson, you do tend to find that that is a very, very common problem. It does also look like we've had something going on in the heel as well. So there's a heel repair, we think. But you can see we've got the single line Kluson Deluxe gold plated tuners. And you will also see that the serial number has been re-stamped. So that does match on the label. You can see the faint printed serial number underneath. Certainly with your eyes you can. I don't know whether the camera's going to pick that out. But the serial number has been re-stamped because when the guitar was refinished, the serial was very faint. So that's obviously the reason why they did it. So there you go. That's the main issues with this guitar. The truss rod cover is a replacement. The stereo truss rod cover, usually you'd see the wider band on this year, and the front of the head is refinished as well. It has had a refret, so it's got some bigger frets put on, not the usual vintage wire, but it does have the original Brazilian rosewood board. And I would say that the binding on the treble side of the neck's also been redone. So there you go. I think that covers that. So a 61-345. I think the if you like a slimmer neck, then great. But I think that for those of you who are, you know, 59, 58, 59, that kind of spec with a bigger neck, this isn't going to be the guitar for you. But if you do like a slender profile, then really going for something like a 61 spec would be the one for you. Obviously, you do get that neck issue, but I guess, you know, if you're not interested in buying this one, but you do see another one come up in the future, just check that that isn't an issue. And it's quite often the reason why you see refinished necks on these very early 60s ES guitars, 335s and 345s. So there we go. Doesn't come with his original case, but from a deceased estate private collector, and yeah, a great player's grade example that should come in at a fraction of the cost of an original. So there we go, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Another huge batch of guitars. I think we got well over 50 in there, and there will be lots more to come in future consignment updates. So make sure you hit the bell icon to be notified, and of course, do subscribe to our channel if you want to keep up to date with everything that we got coming up in our auctions. This channel really is the best way to keep up to date. We only feature one thing a day really on our other social channels, so if you do want weekly blasts of between 30 and 60 guitars at a time, then keep checking back. We do try and upload these videos weekly. So the sale is on the 3rd to the 6th of December. On the 3rd, of course, we've got the Crisscross collection that we did feature in last week's video. So go and have a look at that. In the future, we'll have more consignment updates, as I said, and we will also have video demos. This time, we do have a special guest doing our video demos, as Jack is unfortunately away. But it is a name that lots of you will know, so please do tune in and check back for those. A phenomenal player that we're very lucky to have coming in and doing those videos for us. Why don't you put a comment down there and just tell us who you think it could be, or who you would like to see doing our video demos within reason. I think we got to assume that it's going to be a UK player and someone who is of a good standard. But yeah, we do have a special guest, so do check back for those videos. In a few weeks' time, they will be up on our channel. But in the meantime, I hope you're enjoying the consignment updates, and we will see you next time.